At 5, a teenager accused of killing a man inside a Gwinnett County business has now been named as a person of interest in another case where a high school grad was killed. 18-year-old Joshua Brandt was arrested Saturday. Police say on Friday he showed up at a business on Satellite Boulevard and started shooting, killing 38-year-old James Ross. Police told us they believe Ross was targeted, but haven't said why. Today, they also named Brandt as a person of interest in the stabbing death of Slade Petty. Petty was killed 2 weeks ago at an apartment on McGinnis Ferry, about a couple of miles away from Friday's crime scene. His murder is the first in Suwannee in over a decade. Police say Petty and Brandt knew each other, but they haven't offered a motive or said how this case could be tied to Friday's. According to a GoFundMe Petty's family set up, he had graduated from North Gwinnett High. His mom telling us he never hang up the phone without saying he loved her. If you know anything, there is a $10,000 reward in this case.